I think we just grew and became our own bosses and men, and then we didn't want to keep doing like the Rich Gang albums. We were getting bigger, so it's like I want to like do my own shit. I want to
You wanted to do your own thing.
I think he did. I was okay with it, but because I feel like I love music, but I don't care about song. I'll have a #1 hit record song, and I'll put you on it. I don't care.
Right.
It's just like, so what? Whoever goes to the top with you, go to the top. I don't care. I never was the guy that cared about that type of stuff. So I would have been okay with just like keep doing it, and it didn't. We still was dropping our own music at the same time of doing that. So it was just like it really was bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like everybody couldn't see that, so people just do things, make mistakes.
A lot of that.
Of course, we start that one off with that was Young Thug speaking on his relationship with Rich Homie Quan and why Rich Gang ended. And of course, I think realistically, I mean, if you've heard enough Rich Homie Quan interviews, I think realistically before his passing, he came to his common sense and kind of realized the reason why that they had their fallout originally. Not, of course, like how it later on trickled down to the Lucci and Young Thug situation, but realistically, it was because Rich Homie, rest in peace to him. He started, his head got too big. He started to get full of himself, and kind of really because he was seeing a little bit more mainstream success before Young Thug actually got to. Like, let's be clear, like on the streetwise, Young Thug was already Young Thug, but we talking about mainstream to the rest of the world. Rich Homie kind of started to pull away a little bit faster from Rich Gang. He started to get a little bit bigger. So of course, I mean, that happens in most groups, and especially groups that's not intended to be groups. When y'all come out as solo artists and then y'all end up becoming a group, you're gonna always have that moment where you feel like realistically you trying to, you don't want people to know y'all as a group. You kind of get big-headed. You want to do your own thing. You want people to know how good you are. And of course, for a moment, it was working for Rich Homie Quan. Like for a moment, he was the biggest star. For a moment, he was the standout star in that group. But I mean, of course, just as sometimes I guess if you kind of want to throw in the Nipsey Hussle saying is like it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And then Young Thug eventually became Young Thug. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes it just takes time. And while we there, let's just get into this week is new release, new music came out. Young Thug, let's just start off the rip. It was Young Thug and Future, and it's called Money on Money. They recreated the Jay-Z and Kanye West Otis video. I love the song. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't even watched the video. I just seen the clips because I'm really not a watching videos type of person. That's just not my bag. I'd rather just listen to the music and actually like listen to the music when I'm working out for real. That's of course my preference. So like I said, that song cranked to me. Like Young Thug, Future, both of them kind of went crazy on it. And you kind of know, like, especially like, you know, when like Atlanta rapper really feel like he in his bag, them verses be like OD long, especially we live in a generation where it's like people be having like super short verses. We complain about the songs being too short. Like Young Thug knew he was really in the pocket. He was on that joint really talking and going crazy. So that kind of left Young Thug to give himself like a longer verse. I think I want to say he had 2 verses before Future verse even came on. And then to me, the standout song of the week is Meg Thee Stallion. When she put pen to pad, she go absolutely so crazy. And probably my favorite verse on that joint was like, I mean, the towards, what did she say? I forgot what I hate that I can't remember words, but it was something basically saying don't compare them girls to me or whatever the case may be. Or if it's smoke, make sure that whoever writing the verses got ink in their pen, because y'all know mine ain't never gonna be empty. Something like that. I know I'm screwing it up, but that little bob, man, it went so crazy. I was just like, oh my god, like bro, Meg be snapping, and Meg snapped so hard to the point where it's like she be going crazy, but she go crazy where it's like you kind of gotta realistically you gotta, she know how to rap and she know how to ride the beat, change her flows, but she also still know how to throw in like little catchy stuff that girls gonna use, like that little, she had like a part in there with some of that's right, titties right, down. Like I know for a fact that the girls gonna run that one up, especially as soon as the weather really break, or even for people who are already starting to go on vacation before the summertime really kick in. But I know for a fact, like girls gonna kind of wait to sit here and say, okay, when the first time I can get into a bathing suit, or I get close to, and I think it's carnival season and all that. So when you can kind of get a good half naked video or picture posting and get yourself into a bathing suit, I know for a fact a lot of women are going to use that part of that Meg Thee Stallion song for their reels, their TikToks, or whatever the case may be, or their captions. excuse me, to that song. Like I said, Meg went crazy on that joint. Album wise, the only album I really kind of got myself into was White Jeezy, and I call him White Jeezy because I mean, even if you listen to the album, the intro of the joint, he kind of played on of course his name is what is it? Belly Gang, Cushington, Belly Gang. I just call him White Jeezy. White Jeezy, he is from Atlanta, and of course, like I said, the intro to the album is called Introduction, and it's even played on it. It's a girl doing this like the little intro skit. She like, what is you? Everybody want to know. You know, everybody asking, are you black or are you white? This, that, and the third. So it's because of course he says the N-word to the 19th hour. Like it kind of just because realistically he looked like, it's so funny, like he sound like Jeezy and he looked like Rory. So if anybody you ever watched the Joe Budden podcast before, you watch Rory and Mo, this dude real live really looked like Rory, and he looked like Rory and sound like Jeezy. And the first 3 songs he come into the project so crazy. Like I'm talking about the very first 3 songs. I'm like, oh, he is in his bag and he about to put out a classic. But it was like after those first 3, it went dramatically down. And I think it went down because it was like you need some catchy jumps, because it's like the audience you trying to gain, like we ain't in that same time of like 05, 06 Jeezy. It's like I still need some type of catchy hook, because it got like too personal. Like the song, like to his mom, like he redid the damn mama, whatever that Eminem flip he did. I'm like, bro, it's like I get it that you want to be personal. You want people to kind of know your story and know where you come from. And maybe that attaches to allowing people to really know like why you use the N-word so much, where you come from and your upbringing. I'm not going to hold you. I don't need that so early, maybe in the project. Like if you're going to do that towards the end. Like you need some more. Like he started off, like I said, them very first 3 jumps, like there's no argument on, we talking about subject matter, the detail, even not just how he sound, but we talking about actually what he's saying, quality of detail on how he was rapping. Those first 3 songs would be like, all right, I get why people compare him to Jeezy. Like he literally not just what he talking about, but how he sound. But then it was just such a dramatic drop off, because it was just like it got stale. Like he was still talking that talk. He was very detailed. Even the song he write to his mom, but it's like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care. And it's just like you need to keep that audience of, when we talking about street audience, people who really like, you need a catchy joint. And I ain't sitting here saying you need something as crazy as Rob 49, what the hell, but you need something to kind of like, you needed something like that's when you needed a Quavo hook or a Future Jones or something. You needed something to kind of get people's attention, where it was like, all right, cool, this is gonna be the hit that's gonna kind of carry the project, because you can rap. I can hear that you can rap, and I think that was one of the things, like on the whole entire project, that's what you get. Like I understand, yes, you can rap very well, but those first 3 songs came in extremely strong, and then the rest of the project was just like, it was just blah until it kind of got to the end. Like I like that was a joke called Pig Latin, but that's song number 13. Like like I said, I get it. Like the Kanye wife joint, I understand he can, again, like I said, I understand you can rap and you were proving that you can rap, but I don't think we live in a day and age where it's like to keep somebody's attention for a long time, especially when you are a newer artist, you won't need more than you can rap. Like I'm gonna need something catchy for me to kind of just want to constantly keep listening to. But like I said, I mean, if you live in that day and age where 3 songs, I mean, I'll add those to my gym playlist, and I think I even added the Pig Latin jump. But like I said, it was cool. Like it was a good project. Like I'm not about to sit here and make it like you really into just somebody rapping and really talking crazy on some street raps and talking about trapping. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a good project. It's a solid jump. But to me, those first 3 songs, he started off impeccable. Like those very first 3 songs, I was like, oh yeah, he in his bag. But it dropped. That drop off to me from the very first 3 songs was like it was almost like a roller coaster. Like you get it to the top of the hill, and then that one just went completely down, and it never came back up, because it was just like, you ain't have nothing to kind of get me back up there. Like, yeah, I don't know. I do think like that's my only thing. I just think realistically is he probably needs somebody like you just need to tap into one of your Atlanta people. Like get in there with Quavo and get you like one of them stupid hooks. Like Quavo got them type of dumb hooks, and I get maybe you feel like you don't want nothing that catchy and that gimmicky that early in your career, because you're kind of trying to set the tone, but to kind of give that projects more replay value, I feel like you gotta have one of them Jones. Like if you were to sit here like, man, Quavo just put out the joint. What was it? The Trap of the Rabbit joint. Even the joint he was supposed to put out this Friday, but he didn't put out with him and Takeoff. It was another Dope Boy Phone. Like you just need one of them super catchy joints. Like this project to me just get like, yeah, I understand the nostalgic that you want people to feel like they listening to some old Jeezy, but it ain't 05, it ain't 06. Like you still like, that would be my only thing. Like it's not 06, it's not 05. I think it's kind of hard to try to recreate that Jones. So like I said, I mean that Jones was cool. And my girl Big Pluto, she dropped a new song called, what was the name of the Jones? I want to say it's called, was it just FU? I think it was. Was that the name of her song? Yeah, what the F? That's what it was called from Big Pluto. T Grizzly put out a joke called Jalen Hursky. I did not like it. I'm like, T Grizzly can rap, but I'm cool on the auto tune. T Grizzly, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I don't necessarily need T Grizzly to sit here and really try to get into his auto tune bag. Like I'm cool on the singing. Like he just was too much on the auto tune. Like it was cool. So like I said, my 3 songs that really stood out to me this weekend was the Young Thug, the Meg Thee Stallion Joan, and then like I said, this song from Pluto. Of course, that's the girl who got the Lululemon song. Like I said, the White Jeezy, his project was cool. Like I'm not mad at it. The project, like it was cool. Like if you need something to listen to, if you one of those people who really into just street rapping and really just looking for somebody to just like really talk crazy, talk that trap stuff, then it's cool. Like I said, them first 3 jokes started off amazing, but it was just like it was a huge dip off after that. I do feel like realistically, I ain't gonna lie to you, I want to get into Sinners.